right, good morning to you watching or viewing anywhere you are this morning. It is, of course, Wednesday, the 20th day in the month of April 2022. And here we are on Hills TV talking about sports this morning. Sports stories having here are exciting ones, and we surely be taking a deep look at them. But I'm not alone in the studio. I'm Richard Badung, together with me in the studio.
Good morning, Mr. Richie. I am Aidan Lubem. Good morning to you watching. This is Sport Recap on Hills TV.
Exciting stories, but let's start with the General story right now. Barely 4 months into his dismissal as the manager of Nigeria's Super Eagles, General is anxiously waiting for the final verdict of the World Soccer governing body, that's FIFA. The Franco-German gaffer was shown the exit door late in 2021 despite qualifying the country for the 2021 African Cup of Nations and playoffs round-off of the World Cup, which Nigeria later lost to Ghana under the tutelage of Coach Elston Eguavoen. Now he's waiting for the verdicts of the World Governing Football Body. What does this actually tell us?
Well, Genetro, like you said, the Franco-German is definitely waiting for the verdict of FIFA because, according to him, he was wrongly dismissed and he wants some compensation. According to him, he's not happy with the way he was shown the exit door. Like he said, he's not happy and wants compensation from the world governing body. We just hope that FIFA will be able to give a fair verdict because we know that the Nigerian Football Federation is in charge of the Nigeria's football led by Amaju Pinnick. And so we just have to wait and see. Already, Genetro has been linked with several jobs like Mali and other African countries where he's supposed to be the coach, but currently he's yet to secure any appointment elsewhere, and perhaps that could be the reason why he's seeking compensation from the Nigerian Federation.
When you talk about not getting compensation the right way, are there monetarium you're supposed to get, but yet to be given by the NFF itself?
Yes.
We just hope the NFF actually do something to that one quickly with immediate effect. Let's move away from that one, quickly telling you that AFCON 2023 qualifiers, Nigeria have found themselves in Group A of the AFCON 2023 qualifiers, alongside Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau, and of course Sao Tome. Anyone between Sao Tome and Mauritius, but it seems Sao Tome and Principe will be the one who will be facing in that group. What do you actually have to say pertaining the Group A fixture Nigeria will be meeting the teams?
Well, I recall that last year for the Cameroon qualifiers, we saw Nigeria also placed in the same group with Sierra Leone, and of course we saw that Nigeria eventually qualified for that group under the tutelage of Genetro. But now that Genetro is not there and the Super Eagles are without a coach, it really calls for concern and it's really worrisome because one may expect that Augustine Eguavoen was the one that was supposed to be there, but we saw him resigning and the NFF also sacked the entire management of the Super Eagles. And now, if we are to progress in this Group A where we've been linked with Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau and Sao Tome and Mauritius, we have to start from the coach. Currently, there's no coach for the Super Eagles. There's no coach. And once we get that coach, the next thing is to assemble the players. Are we going to be having a blend of the foreign players or the local players? Or are we going to go for only the local players or only the foreign players like we did in the World Cup qualifiers and also in the AFCON where we didn't achieve any meaningful result? So I think the first step is to get a coach, organize the players, and recall that some Super Eagles internationals, former internationals, have come to say early preparation is the key, and I agree with that. If we start preparing early as a federation, definitely we will get something valuable. Recall that the first leg of the game will be beginning, the games itself proper will be, the AFCON where Ivory Coast will be hosting, will be starting next year, June, and we'll be having those qualifiers this year. And so it's very, very important and key that the Nigerian Football Federation begins early preparation.
Just to let you know, African champions are actually tied in Group L alongside Mozambique. And of course, we'll be waiting to see other African countries take part in this one as we wait to see the judgments that will surely take place between the two African countries who might be facing themselves. And of course, We'll surely wait to see that one also. A lot of cases going down in the world of football. But let's move away from that one and come back to Nigeria, where the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare, has reiterated the commitment of the federal government at restoring life back to the Surulere National Stadium in Lagos, just as it did with Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. According to the minister, he said President Muhammadu Buhari's administration is committed to bring back the lost glory of the sports arena, adding that the ongoing rehabilitation was part of his public-private partnership model in infrastructures across the country. Already, the Moshood Abiola Stadium is back. Teslim Balogun Stadium is active, where the Super Eagles play some of their home games last year. And now the Surulere Stadium is another one which is about to go into that renovation.
Well, I think it's a good one for the sports minister, talking about Sunday Dare, to come out and give some comments about that. I agree with him when he said the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja was left abandoned for over 11 years. No one really, imagine the amount of money that was put into the construction of that stadium, and immediately it was done, we saw that it was forgotten, it was abandoned. The other time we went there were grasses all over the place, it was unkept. And so I think it's a good one that the public-private partnership was able to get something meaningful.
Yes.
And so thank God we saw the Nigeria-Ghana game for the World Cup qualifiers. It was able to hold that game for the first time in almost 11 years. And also just last week Sunday, we saw the under-17 girls defeating Egypt by 4-0 in that same stadium. And so this is what we want to see, more of our own stadiums being maintained and renovated. And I think the Surulere Stadium in Lagos, if it's going to be rehabilitated, I think it's going to be in the interest of the country.
All right, we just hope that definitely will come up soon. And don't forget that the Adopt a Sports Facility initiative under the model of the sports minister has brought back the National Stadium in Abuja, which has been fully revived after 11 years of neglect. And the Super Eagles playing their first game after 11 years there actually stopped them from going to the World Cup.
Yes.
I think that's alone.
Yes.
Don't forget when the stadium was actually built, and when we had our first game on the pitch in 2003, we played against Brazil, and we lost by 3-0.
Yes.
So we just hope everything comes back.
But we have something to be happy about. The girls doing wonders. We saw under 20 girls also in the first leg defeating, I think, Ghana by I think 3-0, and then also the under 17 girls defeating Egypt. I think there's something good to celebrate.
Of course. Okay, the Surulere Stadium, of course, for 19 years has been abandoned. But let's move away from that one and let's go international now. But this time around within Africa, as Cameroon's Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers and Greek Nigerian Giannis Antetokounmpo of Milwaukee Bucks, have been named 2021-2022 NBA MVP finalists alongside reigning NBA Most Valuable Player Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets. Embiid sparked the 76ers to an opening win over Toronto, while Serbian Jokic led the Nuggets in their opening loss to Golden State, and Antetokounmpo, the 2019 and 2020 MVP, led the Bucks as they beat the Chicago Bulls. He has already become the first ever international player to win the NBA scoring title, having finished the grueling 82-game regular season, averaging 30.6 points per game. 3 finalists were named for 6 annual awards based on results from a global media panel, with winners to be announced during the NBA playoffs. All 3 are involved in the NBA playoffs, which began at the weekend. That's actually for the world of basketball. While we move straight to athlete now. In the world of athletes, Kenya has come out again with some impressive runs here at the Boston Marathon. Kenya enjoyed double success at the Boston Marathon on Monday as Evans Chebet and held off 2 past champions to win the men's crown, and reigning Olympic champion Perez Chepchirchir captured the women's title. Chebet won in 2 hours 6 minutes 51 seconds on top of the first all-Kenyan podium since 2012, beating 2019 Boston winner Lawrence Cherono by 30 seconds, with defending champion Benson Kipruto third in 2 hours 7 minutes 27 seconds. This was a first major marathon victory for Chebet, who is just 3 years of age, who was fourth in last year's London Marathon. We should call this an improvement.
Yes, definitely it's an improvement. Congratulations to Chebet and also Jeb Chirchir, both Kenyans doing so well in the world of athletics. I think also she was able to defeat Ethiopia's Ababel Yasnel in the final strides. And I think it's a good one. It's a good step for Africa as a whole, because in the international scene, we'll see Africans doing wonders, and think it's a good one for Africa.
All right, let's get back to basketball, where Jalen Brunson scored a career-high 41 points to help the Dallas Mavericks beat Utah Jazz and level their NBA playoff series at 1-1. In the absence of injured star Luka Doncic, German Maxi Kleber added 25 points off the bench for a 110-104 win in the best-of-7 series. Well, in Monday's other playoff games, the Philadelphia 76ers went 2-0 up on Toronto after a 112-97 victory, and Golden State beat Denver 126-106 to lead their series by the same score. Brunson kick-started a 10-0 Dallas run to put the Mavs 96-93 ahead with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in Texas. Although Utah scored the next 5 points, Kleber made back-to-back three-pointers for a 102-98 Dallas lead, and Jazz never matched them again. The Maverick made a team record 22 three-pointers but committed only 3 turnovers, tying on NBA playoff record. While in San Francisco, Golden State finished the second quarter on a 26-8 run over the last 7 minutes for a 57-51 halftime lead. The two controlled in the third quarter, leading 101-81 entering the fourth, and cruised to victory. All-star guard Stephen Curry coming off the bench in a second game back from a foot injury, scoring 34 points, while Jordan Poole had 29 points, and Klay Thompson recorded 21 points. Serbian center Nikola Jokic, and last season's NBA MVP, led Denver with 26 points, but as ejected after a second technical foul with 7 minutes remaining.
Well, I think it's a good one for Steve Curry and also Luka Doncic, both doing so well for their own teams. And I think it's a good one. Like you said earlier on, some of those basketball players have been recognized, and they will be getting their own rewards as the most valuable players.
All right, let's wrap up with this one, telling you that the world governing body, FIFA, has announced Ukraine's 2022 World Cup playoff with Scotland as rearranged following the Russian invasion will take place on June 1. And not to forget that Manchester United yesterday suffered another defeat for the second time this season against Liverpool in the Premier League, and Manchester United has faced the Liverpool team without scoring a goal. Quickly, you're a Manchester United fan. Let me put you on the spot. Quickly, a Manchester United fan.
Yes.
What actually happened?
Well, what happened yesterday was the fact that I think the team needs a complete overhaul. I think so far so good. The players and coach have not really been in a good agreement or alignment. One would say we saw that Cristiano Ronaldo was not in action yesterday due to his mourning, where he lost a son, and he lost his child and was not able to take part of that action. Would have been if he had been there, would have seen some form of improvement.
Well, but with Ronaldo, the first leg, it was 5-0, and even got the yellow card. All right, just to let you know again that Fulham defeated Preston 3-0 as Alexander Mitrovic scored twice to make sure his side gets promotion to the Premier League. So Fulham is back to the Premier League. Congratulations to Fulham. Later tonight, we'll see Chelsea against Arsenal, and the fight for the top 4 spot in the English Premier League is still on. And this is the very much we can actually give you this morning when on Sports Recap on your darling station, Hughes TV. Still here with me in the studio is another person, but
Ainan Lubem.
And I remain my humble self, Richard Badu.
Thank you for watching.